Chris, here is your 6309. What a pleasure to see this. It's so awesome. I love these generally, but it's so rare to see them with the original owner. And so this watch, you said it had never been opened, and it certainly has not been, as far as I can see. Completely original, but movement just bright, bright. Movement's dry. Obviously, it's a little dusty. It has never been serviced. It was built when Carter was president. It's a great movement, but it's definitely going to need some love to bring it back. Let's talk about the numbers. So you got a bunch of different numbers here. First, the visual. Notice that there's two widely spaced lines here. This is indicative of the beat error. This scale goes from 0.0 to 9.9. You're a little less than halfway. You're 40% of the way away from perfect towards not perfect. So it's got some beat error, but that's just an adjustment. That's not a big deal. The big number is amplitude. This is the degree of the rotational balance. This tells us how far the balance is swinging back and forth. It tells us how much power is making it out of the mainspring through the train into the pallet fork, which then flips the balance back and forth. And your watch is running weakly, but not badly. This is so typical for these in this condition in this era. If they haven't been serviced, this is what they look like. And so, I mean, you can see that there's no chatter or gunk or weirdness, and that it's running fairly steadily. It's out of adjustment, and it's running weakly because it's dirty and it's old and it's unlubricated. But the nice thing is you can see visually that the movement is, shiny. It's bright and clean, and we're getting lots of nice reflections, and you can see the balance especially is nice and bright. All of this stuff augurs well. It's going to be a great rebuild when it's done. I mean, you can just see it's just kind of gross. It's got some grossies and some signs of the years. But after a rebuild with new seals and a new crystal, this will be a great watch, and you should be delighted to own it because this is a classic piece. Especially this 1977 era, they were just fantastic. Okay, thanks, Chris.